tell everybody what your name is, man? The camera?
Well, my name is Big Shun.
Yeah. What other names do you go by?
Just Big Shun.
Just
I don't
Big
like
Shun.
that shortcut Shun. That's take away from me.
It takes away from you. What does it?
Yeah.
What does it
You know
take
what
away?
baby was saying? He wanted his respect on his name.
Yeah.
On mine too.
Yeah.
Oh, on snitch, on the set of snitch, he wanted like to come up to me and just thought I was gonna just shake his hand and be his friend and stuff like that. I'm standing there just looking at him like, what do you want, dude? I'm talking loud so everybody can hear me. What do you want? Why are you standing there looking at me like that? And then Tim Smith, a friend of mine, he go, man, that's Jon Bernthal, dude. He's on Snitch, not Snitch, but it was The Walking Dead. I guess you had just finished doing.
Uh-huh.
And he said something else on another movie that you had done. And I was like, I don't give a damn about what he done done. Yeah, what he want with me. And then, so, I kind of let down
I just
on him.
wanted what I always wanted with you. Just
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
your
he
friend,
wanted to shake
man.
my hand and be a friend. I shook his hand afterwards, but because I couldn't do it in front of everybody. I wasn't going to do that. I spoke to him. I started talking to him. Then, I kind of warmed up after a little bit because I had to always ride by himself. Yeah, he wouldn't ride with the cool crew.
Is that right? Is that right? Tell everybody where you're
He
from.
gave me a knife.
Who gave you a knife?
You gave me a knife with the Walking Dead knife. He signed it for me.
Did I?
Yeah. I don't know where it is. I think somebody stole it.
Damn.
I think one of those girls stole it. One of them girls stole it. Because you got the picture that you gave me when Shane first cut his hair.
Yeah.
And you signed it.
Yeah.
And wrote on it. It's at another girl's house. She got it. She won't give it back to me.
We got to go get that back.
Man, she a cop. What you gonna do? You gonna take it from her? I ain't gonna bother. She can have it.
Hey,
But it probably worth some money now, though.
that picture?
Yeah.
We did like $6-7.
What? No, that's like the original one. There, you didn't touch that one though, so it's a big difference.
You think?
Yeah, and then man, we need to go get that, man. They can pay for my wall and half of that roof. You ain't got to help me get it. I get it. I know what to do now. I just thought about that. That just like put a big old light bulb on top of my head. I thought about that picture. Who wouldn't want Shane autographed Shane picture? It ain't Jon Bernthal, but it's Shane.
Big Shun, where you from, man?
Lakeside King.
Tell everybody about Lakeside.
Lakeside ain't no walk in the park. Lakeside, you gotta pick your own battles, but somebody gonna pick at you too. I'm 46 years old and I have to deal with the boys every day, especially the new age dudes. These we call them faux babies.
Faux babies?
That's what we call them faux babies.
What does that mean?
Yeah, they're fourth generation of us, and so they kind of worse than what we failed them.
How so?
We failed them like, Lakeside King was still dilly-dallying with the gangs and the drugs, and the faux babies were being born when no dad is around. When the dad isn't around, female can't raise a man. It's no way possible. And she can, a mama can beat you, and she can curse you out, and whatever she can do, but her job is to protect, so she gonna spoil you. And that's what a lot of dudes go wrong with. The female raising them, she gonna spoil them at the same time. Mama's baby's daddy's hardhead.
Talk about a little bit, like who were you raised by?
I was raised by a family, Kim and Gayla Hartgrove. Mm-hmm. And my grandmother cleaned up for Gayla's mama. And so when I went to the foster home, because my mama killed her husband, Miss Hartgrove came and got me. And she gave me a place to live, and she taught me how to love myself, how to love, period. And so, I gave them a hard time the first year I was with them. Mm-hmm. But then, the more and more they showed me that you're a human being, don't be always mad at everybody, because I still got working on that.
I know.
Working on that. But you should show me not to be mad at everybody all the time. Don't do it. Just give everybody a chance. And I've tried them too. I tried people. If they betray again, I'll deal with it good and old-fashioned way.
When you talk about your childhood, though, in Lakeside before you came to live with them, can you just talk about some early memories from Lakeside?
I don't remember past 13 years old.
You mean you don't remember earlier than
that? I remember because my mama killed my mama killed her husband when I was 7 years old, and the way the story told that I was right there. And so whatever they did to me, it made me forget from the age of 7 to 13 years old. I don't remember none of that.
Can you just talk about your mom a little bit and what kind of lady she was and what you remember about her?
She was called a female gangster. You know, she grew up with this man from the bottoms, and he was a what you call a pimp, a hustler, and he sold what you call Quaaludes, and my mama was shooting Quaaludes back then, and he used to beat her up, and as long as she was high, she didn't care. But then when she went out, he beat her up. She shot him one day in the neck, and he died. She let him lay there all day, and she cleaned up the house, got herself made up and stuff like that, and she did us some more dope. And when that was over with, she called 911, and they came pick him up. By then, he had been dead like 2 days, and she did all that time. She recently got out of jail, probably maybe. She's 9 years old, so it's been 5 or 6 years, and I probably seen her like 3 times. The first time I saw her, we was in a store, and I looked at her and I go, Deborah. I said, look at me. She said, I can't. And so she just went out the door and walked around me, just walked away. And then the second time I saw her, I went to my grandmother's house for Christmas, and that was like right before the pandemic, and she was there, and they was all in the house, and I sat outside. You know, just I had to get to the point where I get used to being around them again, because you know, even though I'm a part of that family, they still like throw shit in my face like, oh, you've been hanging around white people too long. You know, because I learned how to talk a little bit. You know, I learned how to act a little bit. But they, I still got to watch them. You know, and I done fought all of them, and I done beat them all up, and then now they like, I feel like some of them trying to defame me now, like publicly. But I'm gonna put an end to that too, you know. But I just
and mostly it's because of that, because of you coming and living over here with white folks.
Yeah, it did. You know, I ain't never thought I was better than nobody. I never have had that feeling thinking I was better than nobody. I'm a big dude, so I'm gonna either be in the way or is it not enough for me?
What does that mean?
You know, I'm a big dude. Look at me. I can stand in front of somebody, you know, and I can block the way. I'm a big old walk. I'm like a big old billboard. You know, when I walk in the club, I go to work, everybody, they turn around and they look. Like when Corman got married, Susie's daughter Corman got married, I was late and I was the last one to get there. And so, you know, a lot of them really don't know me. So they just know of me that I'm a part of the Hartgrove family. So, you know, I walk in the door and I close the door and they all turn around and I go, stick them up. Boy. Hey, that's why my mom was laughing, but everybody else was like, what's going on? What's going on? You know, anybody said, bother y'all motherfuckers. Get y'all ass out of here. You know, they're hollering like, call the police, call the police. Yeah. You know, they started, but my mama started introducing me to everybody because, you know, I really scared them. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to be in the way or it's not enough for me. So, you know, I don't look down on nobody, but, you know, I give everybody that chance that they halfway give me or whatever, but, you know, I ain't kissing no ass for long.
Tell me a little more about. I just always been interested. I mean, I've seen your mom walk by, but we never met because I don't think you guys were talking at the time. But can you tell me more about, like, do you have any memories of her man, of her husband? It was Craig, right?
Yeah, I was 7 years old, so you know it just that kind of stuff wasn't none of my business. And so I did learn from other people in the streets.
What did you hear about him? What did you hear about your mom? Like, what kind of things was she doing?
My mama grew up in a place called Porterville, Georgia. It's like a slave plantation. And the big daddy there was named Sonny Higgins. And all the women before you get married, he tapped that thing before you go off and do your thing.
And that's your dad?
Yeah, they say that's who my dad is, but I don't know, dude.
When you say plantation, I don't know. Was it part of a sharecropper? I mean, what? Like,
yeah, they like Sonny Higgins was the big. He was the head nigga over the niggas, and so he played everything his way. You gonna do what I say, or I'll get you put away from here. Or I'll have you killed. You know, he don't like Uncle Tom is what we call him now, but you know he one of them kinds.
Did you ever meet him?
No, I never met him because they my mom and them ran away, and that's how they ended up in Shreveport. You know, you never know. If you like to do a little discovery of our last name, there's no Higgins in Louisiana. I got a cousin that he was adopted too. And he played professional basketball. I think he overseas now. I got another cousin that no, I think he's my uncle. I'm not for sure what he is kin to me, but I think he's my uncle. But he played for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and so me and him kind of really tight. We kept up with each other, you know, through my college days and stuff like that. Me coming back home, me going to jail, and so you know, me and I always talk. But and then it's a few more, but they're all in Florida or in Georgia. You know, and then like the first time I went to Porterville to that plantation over there with them, they was glad to see me, but they was on something else though.
How so?
They like, cause like they feel like, you know, I was driving up in the truck and I looked good. Okay, this motherfucker got some money.
How old were you then?
I was 19, maybe.
And
20.
you were just going to Port. You were just going there for what?
Just going to go just see where they say
from.
I come from.
Yeah.
And man, everybody look alike.
Wow.
I was about everybody look alike. I was about from the old man sitting at the little butcher shop sitting there. Everybody sitting there.
They look like you?
Hey, I was like, but the cousin that I met over the internet that lived there, I stayed there with them actually.
So this is like 20 years ago?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
And you were there, and what were the conditions like there? I mean, you say it was slave plantation.
It was like all handmade shotgun houses.
Right.
And it was like a big row of them, and Sunnyville's still down.
Is there anything around here that's kind of like it? Was it totally different than Shreveport, or was it like?
It reminded me of the Bottoms, you know, and that I'm talking about all the shacks, all the way, and then
so many people in.
And then they got a brick made building with cinder blocks that somebody built on a store, making a killing in that neighborhood. You know, that's the only store right there for miles away. You know, and this man, somebody bringing fresh produce for them. And they still living like that. I guess the people just ain't recognize that I can get away from here.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's John, Bam Bam the dog. First, on behalf of both of us and everybody from the Real Ones team, I just want to sincerely thank you guys for tuning in. The folks that I bring on the show, they're family to me, and being able to tell their stories and bringing you into their world is something I'm just super proud of, and again, grateful that you guys tune in. We've decided we want to take things just a step further. It's a Patreon community, and basically what that means is if you become part of this community, look, I already bored Bam Bam. If you want to become a part of this community, you're going to be able to hear episodes early and all that, ad-free and all that good stuff. But there's all this behind-the-scenes footage, all this stuff that we've shot that really brings you into the folks that we've had on the show, really brings you into their world. Live chats with me and the folks that I bring on the show to talk about their world, talk about the issues that they're dealing with, about their triumphs and their tragedies. Just go to Patreon/RealOnes on this website that you see right there, right on the screen, that's right in front of you. This whole idea was something about building bridges and bringing people together and bringing folks that often don't get the mic and giving the mic to them. So the fact that you guys tune in means the world. Anyways, again, thank you. Be good to each other out there. Rock and roll.